Alright, that chapter is definitely not happening like that. So, I think... How do I back out? What the heck? Is this load just at the beginning of this map, but now I can't back out anymore? It's a good thing I made a save before that point. I can prep from here? Oh, okay, I gotcha. I gotcha, you are right. Yes, I can. Alright, so... Let's maybe... open up a tab. And say... Start having a look-see over some things here that have been sent my way. I assume they're all just game screenshots and they'll have like the same aspect ratio here. Where's the open in browser button that Discord used to have? Oh, it's in a weird new place here. Okay, so is there a way that I can start displaying it without showing like a shit ton of characters and stuff? I'm gonna have to like crop it here in a sec. Tell you what I can do is I can let's see here. Yeah, I know what the stats are. Display capture, add existing display capture 3. Oh, answering John Wildcat's question there. Mastery plays into like a bunch of skills and stuff. Can I not hover over it here? Army. View units. Whoops, I just took them out. Yeah, so just like things scale with mastery and stuff like that. Display capture 3. Device not connected or not available. Let's try here. Would it be this ASUS? Yes, it would. So let's take this and like crop it to be tiny first. Is what we can do. There, just that little sliver of that screen. And then I open this up. And then I can go ahead and show just not that, but like this stuff here. In fact, it's probably fair enough game to show this here, right? And yeah, with the crazy stats and stuff. There, and it's not showing like any other characters or anything. Like, oh, I can see the classes like that. There we go. This is all the screen that we need for that. There we go. Perfect. So let's see here. And then we go ahead and do this like that. And then I'll move this down with my other display captures and stuff. There we go. So I can look off of this screen and kind of make plans accordingly. Is what I can do. I'm probably going to be here for a little while. So I'm muting the game. Whoops, it won't let me. Here, reopen the volume mixer. I'm muting the game. And I'm putting on some chill tunes. Let's see here. Do I have my DVD stream playlist open here somewhere? I sure don't. What is wrong with me? Let's see here. Search in my playlists. DVD, even though I don't really play Dead by Daylight much anymore, it's still just always called my DVD stream playlist. Let's put this on shuffle. Can't wait to get copyright claimed. That is way too loud. Here, something like this. And we'll listen to some chill tunes and plan things out. Shuffle playlist, sure. Okay, so I'll have my reference over there, my screen over here. Harmonium fell off after he stopped playing DVD. So be aware we might be here a little while. Might be the case. So in terms of class trees, so I can promote 2 units if I'd like. But I mean, I could also go into the shop and buy more and like do more unit promotions. And I think the ones that are going to be most useful to promote, let's see here, army, class trees. Maybe raises fortitude stat by 2. I would have 2 people that could teleport then if I do go down this line. That gives me some options for teleporting onto that one tile afterwards. That's not the worst idea, honestly. So let's see here. The Reardon. What would I like him to be? Because that's the screen that I'm looking at right now. So apparently this one is Warden. So if I get to keep like the skills that I do here, I am for now leaning towards Tamer. Because I already have a pet skill anyway. And this will just grant like additional damage from that. And that's not half bad. Their Tamer owns. Plus, it's 1 to 2 range, so I could actually start putting him in the fray a little bit more. Is what I could do. He could have a little bit more of the wall. That growth kind of sucks there a little bit, admittedly. Lots of speed in that one if he was leveling up in that. He wouldn't be getting much speed in this, but I do like those. Yeah. And that could help me defensively as well. Can't really double, but min speed is 1, so you can have a really strong hit. Yeah, there's that at least. Yeah, defense fortitude to mastery. Mastery is definitely really good to build up for a while I have that, and then I can get like gross in a different thing sometime later anyway. So let's see here. With the I guess you can't really see what I'm seeing when I'm looking at that. So if I put him into the warden here later, send out your grizzly bear with 38 additional HP to attack your foes. Wait, with 38 additional HP? Like, as in, it goes on the field? Mana, 80 mana, grizzly command. It summons a yellow unit. Okay, it takes all the mana, but that is kind of cool. Attack with your pet dealing 59 damage, applying heavy stun. I don't know exactly how this scales yet, and that's probably why there's like the weird numbers and stuff. I'm sure that scales with mastery in some way. Adjacent allies gain 6 defense. Okay. Interesting. So bonuses by being close by. The next option here, they moved the thingamabobs. Daggers 1 to 2 physical. 45 mana Stinger Strike. Apply heavy stun to foe. If I remember what that does there. That's the one where it's like they can't act, right? Is there any heavy stun things here? Heavy bleed. It was one of these, right? Where's the heavy stun again? Hold on. Heavy weak. What is heavy stun again? Sorry, I should do this and then you can see what I'm actually doing. I guess I can look in, no, not that. Advanced stats, debuffs, here we go. Stun unit cannot act on their turn for X turns. The heavy stun, though. Whoops. Come on. Oh, it's just 3 there. I thought that said 8. So heavy stun, I assume that you're not going to be acting for a little bit there or something or other. Heavy stun to a foe. Yeah, daggers 1 to 2 physical. It's kind of cool. Attack with your pet dealing 70 damage and applying 15 severe poison. So yeah, be stacks of poison on there. Each attack has a 20% chance to hit again, is the skill on that one. Okay. The next one here is Beastmaster. Command pet costs half mana. Huh, so I could go down that line, and then I have like a bunch of pet commands that are doing extra damage and cost less so I can spam them a bit more. That could be kind of cool. Volume still looks okay there. Be a 55% growth there. I don't know if units have like their own growths and then that like stacks with them, or if it's completely class dependent. But that is definitely a lot better growth rate. Oh, well, you said to ignore the growth because you're doing the crazy thing here anyway. So I don't know if that would patch up the speed there. Would be the case. Growths are doubled on my max mode file. Okay. Apply 3 severe snare sticks in a cone. Snare stacks up in a cone up to 10 enemies in the area. Oh, interesting. I've screenshotted the default growths, but I need to send Mulligan. Oh, I probably can find that here if you sent that to if I look for like the right thing here. Something. So many images now. Oh, I see here on that one at least. I don't know. Maybe I don't see here, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'll care more about the skills here anyway, is what I might just do. Dungeon pet dealing additional damage and applying 27 heavy block to caster. Pet costs half the mana. And yeah, that is bows 1 to 2 physical, which is nice, so I can keep on being in the fray if need be, rather than needing to pull back. Or, my last option at the end of the day would be Deadeye here. Which is, Assault an enemy with wind, causing them to be double attacked in their next combat. Oh, interesting. Um, Command Hawk. Attack with your pet, dealing 110 additional damage and applying 43 severe blind. Okay. Half of overkill damage is stored for unit's next attack. That's cool. That is pretty cool, admittedly. So, here. I can make something like this small, and then we can actually see the game screen here a little bit. So, for your class trees here, what's a good place to have this? That makes it way too small and hard to see. I could always just take off, like, this cropping, and we just look at this. Or like this here. And then that works, and then we can clearly read and compare and stuff. So yeah, if I'm looking at you here, and my current thingamabob is attack with your pet, dealing 5 additional damage and removing up to 5 defense from your enemy. Lowers physical damage taken, yeah. So, that could be nice for debuffs there. Increases defense reduction by 5, that could be really nice, honestly. Damage mastery scaling, mana cost and damage. I wouldn't really be going for damage, I'd more so be going for the debuff, plus a bit of damage. Be able to spam it more? I don't know. I don't know here. So, yeah, falling below half health grants 8 heavy block. I wouldn't want to have him in the fray too much, I don't think, though. Speed goes way up with that. Every point of luck increases dodge by an extra 1, if I wanted to go down the dodge tank kind of way. Yeah, pull them close, attack with the pet, dealing 5 additional damage and applying 3 heavy poison. Set every classes with the default growth and stats. Okay. Let's see here. So that chain here is this. So I can probably just close the tab that I have before. Once again, I greatly appreciate it, Mortis. I know that that's a lot to be going through and taking all these screenshots and stuff. Here, so open them all like this. Images are number labeled as well. They are? Oh, what? 1 to 40. Wait, what? Are they? I don't know where that is. I'm sorry to say. I'm not entirely sure. So these are the default growth rates. It looks like. Okay. Number them in image names. Oh. So when I open them in app, I just opened 21, 22, 23, 24. I gotcha. I gotcha here. Once again, greatly appreciate this. Let's see here. So, my current options here. Additional 25% mastery scaling. Considering his starting thing is already a pet thing, that's not a bad idea just for a smidge of extra damage. Yeah, I'd be able to share around a bunch of light block stuff. Others in the Dark Deity Discord have wanted them as well, so you made them. Fair enough. Yeah, and then that would scale with mastery as well, and kind of help us out a smidge. All allies within 2 tiles. Spread equally to all allies within 2 tiles, maximum of 10 for each. Interesting. This is just the raw damage one. And then, let's say I went with Beastmaster, so they cost half mana. Command pet. So that would just be like the command stuff here. Costs half mana. And your basic thing. Whoops. Dang it. I'm also going to adjust the music here a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. Oh. Something like that-ish. This would then cost half mana. So I'd be able to use this with 25. So I do think that Beastmaster is probably what I want, ultimately. And then if I just have a bunch of pet things that cost half, yeah, your speed is never going to be all that great. But then you can just do, like, a whole bunch of pet things. And that's not bad. Like, I would consider going down a different line if your default thing wasn't Command Wolf, but considering that is, and both of those could contribute towards that, I'm thinking that's probably a good idea, right? Like, meh, I don't know. If I wanted to take you down like a dodge tank line that I assume this would be, Shaq has a 20% chance to hit again. Yeah, the growths on them. Let's see here. Those screenshots from the save you did your first run on. Okay, nice, nice. I am thinking that I go down the Beastmaster line for him, is what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And then I get a whole bunch of more scaling here. I get my raw damage. Attack with your pet dealing 61 damage and applying 19 heavy block to caster. Yeah, so a defensive thing. So I'll have a reduce opponent's defense, increase, like, my defense here with the heavy block. Or at least prevent some damage. A thingamabob, however the heck that works there. And then a raw damage one. And that could be pretty good. And all of them would cost half mana. So this would cost 30. I guess it would be 32 or 33 for command Cerberus and be 25 on my Dudo there. That could be pretty good. And then I would have access to spreading block around and the severe snare stacks, whatever that be. I'm kind of leaning towards that. What remix is this? The one that's playing right now. This is a Lake remix from Pokemon Diamond Pearl Platinum by Almighty Arceus. I can link it to you if you want. Boop. Stats might be different since you have been buffed and nerfed since you last played that file. Fair enough. So if I did go down the Beastmaster line, the speed would never be great. Not the worst thing ever, I guess, but no worries there. Yeah, I'm thinking Tamer is the way to go here. And this would probably be someone that I want to promote right now just for, you know, being able to share some block around and attack at 1 to 2 range so I can feel a little bit more open to having you in the fray. So I can wall with you if I really need to. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. You, Tamer. Oh, it's just spend 8 coins. I thought it was 2 coins to promote. I have 4 coins. I know that it was 1 coin to reclass. I thought it was 2 to promote. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, so I can actually promote a whole bunch of Dudos in that case. Yeah, so he's now Tamer, which means he now has this stuff. Nope, just 1 each. Okay, I don't know where I had the idea of 2. And I could start investing in some of these. Is what I could start doing. It's not a bad idea. So I can promote a whole bunch of Dudos. This is probably a good way to go with you. Because, yeah, can't go wrong with that. It's more mana I use up, I guess, if I want to be building up my snowball thing. And yeah, I want to use mana a whole bunch with you. So that is probably the way to go. Light block. Poison increases damage done. So I mean, probably here? Probably. Let's see what the things look like on this. So, is this not that one? So not this set. This set is Saxon there. Yeah, so I don't need to go down that, I don't think. The one for the wizards and stuff. Let's pull Discord over here. I can see it a little bit better then. Will make the images bigger if I full screen it? Sure won't. Let's see here. It's probably this here, right? Yeah, it's this here. So let's see here. So here's the 4 of these. So I can close those 4 from before. So let's have a look-see here. So there's the first one, which is Cosmician. Cosmician? It says Geomancer down there, I guess, because that's a class that one is currently in or something. Wait. No, that is showing the stuff for Geomancer, is what that is. Rather than, yeah, that is what that is. Yeah, these are the unpromoted ones, it looks like. Maybe the promoted ones are right underneath? Yeah, the unpromoted ones are right underneath. Or whatever, I count words. This. Ooh, that looks cool. Let's see. I can take that out. Let's see here. So, yeah, the Cosmician here. 1 to 2 magical. Deal 47 damage in a 3x3 area. Interesting. Like in front of you, around you, I wonder? Deal 81 damage to an enemy. Mastery plus 15% when HP is full. Okay, interesting. We have the Necromancer. Reanimate fallen foes, creating a zombie at different efficiencies depending on mastery, I suppose. Whatever the efficiency means. So I guess, yeah, another yellow unit. Drain life from a foe, dealing 56 damage and healing for the same amount. Okay. Interesting. Enemies dying within 2 tiles grants 20 mana. Oh, that's a means to get more mana as I continue to... Necromancer makes yellow units. Yeah, okay. That could be an interesting means to, you know, spend mana in ways where I get kills with my thingamabob. Use that, get kills, so I'm spending mana. And then, I get more mana back because I get 20 there. So I get 20 after the end of each turn, and, I get 25 at the end of each turn. And then plus 20 is 45. So I could have this fully refunded every time if I'm interpreting that right. It just says enemies dying within 2 tiles. So I assume that means I can get the kill. He might end up going down the Necromancer line, because then every time he gets a kill with this, that's the cost of that fully refunded, and he can just go at it, continuing to spam it. And as I continue to use it, my fortitude just gets better and better. That sounds really strong. I'm definitely leaning towards the Necromancer line. And then when he wants to, he can use some of the excess mana on getting health back and making yellow units and stuff. That's really cool. That's 1 range physical for Relic Knight, it looks like. Attack 3 times at 28% reduced power. And scaling with mastery there. Interesting. Mana Swirling Blades. Animate 4 blades for 6 turns, dealing 52 damage to adjacent enemies at turn start. Okay, so yeah, definitely if you wanted to go down the more physical tanky kind of line where there's going to be a bunch of guys around you at the start of a turn. Okay. John Wildcat redeeming absolutely nothing. Killing an enemy grants plus 6 defense and fortitude until next turn. Yeah. So keep on killing and being in the fray, I guess, is what that one's all about. And then there's Lore Master. So deal 50 damage to all units, including allies within 2 tiles. Okay. Mana Rousing Victory. Apply light vulnerable to up to 7 enemies within 2 tiles. And allies within 2 tiles expend 15% less mana. What are the growths looking like on here? Definitely some decent might. The speed is okay-ish. On Scholar, the speed is 55% anyway. So he'd be building up some decent speed as a Scholar for a while anyway. With the other options being, you can't see it, so just take my word for it. 35 speed, 35 speed, 30 speed. So Scholar will help patch up his speed while having, like, this skill here that helps before going into Necromancer that isn't going to have as good of speed because it's going to be 30, which is cut off by the thingamabob here. Yeah, 55 might, 30 speed, 35 dexterity, 35 defense, 55 fortitude. I'm thinking Scholar into a Necromancer for him. And then keep on doing mana stuff. I'm kind of liking the sound of that. You know what? Let's go ahead and promote here. Arthur is now a Scholar. Bam. There we go. I did the thing. Why are you grayed out? No. I don't know why you're grayed out. And why you're grayed out. I don't know what exactly that means. Let's look at you last. How about? So, yeah, with you here, your ability is, deal 40 lightning damage spread across... Oh, yeah, hold on. The, yeah, just that generates mana faster. Increase weapon stats. Sandra needs to be level 5. I know she needs to be level 5. I've been talking about why Reardon is grayed out. This Force Remix be? I don't know the word. This is Celestial Tower from Pokemon Black and White. Is what this is a remix of. That's what it be. Let's see here. So, yeah, let's have a look at Saxon now. I saw his thingamabobs towards the bottom. So let's see here. Yeah, so that's the unpromoted stuff here. Wait, am I looking in the right area? Ascendant, Godfrost, Stormkeeper, Tempest. Here we go. Let's see. So open these in browser. Okay, another Pokemon remix here. So let's see here. So yeah, I gotta remember that, like, he gets block when he kills enemies. So, like, he's probably gonna want to be in the fray and killing enemies. For 1 attack received, damage taken reduced by 6. Driftle Binge was very creepy? Was it now? Whoops, that's the wrong person. Heal 15% of max HP when using mana. Yeah, so he's gonna want to use mana and can heal himself and stuff. And yeah, and can spread damage around in that radius there is what he can do. So my options here are going to be apply 9 heavy weak stacks up to 5 enemies in a line. Yeah, so I'll reduce their damage, assuming that they're staying alive. Switch damage type to magical. That's kind of cool having the option there. If I'm trying to target something specific. Deal 6 extra damage to weakened enemies. Okay. So yeah, so all about weaknesses there. Yeah, again, his thingamabob is just, when I use mana, I get some HP back. And I can do damage around. Doesn't weaken them, though, so I don't know if that builds super well with that. Mana usage within 2 tiles increases crit by 6 until next crit. I wonder if that includes his mana usage. This one is a medley. Is what this is. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Overworld medley. Is what this one be. Here. Yeah, for 1 turn, unable to act. So heal, but they can't act for a turn. Which is like, what? Deal 18 damage, change up to 3 enemies in nearby tiles. I already have a means of getting, like, damage around. Getting all of these wrong. So I don't know if that's the best way to go, because I already have that means kind of sorted. Grant Icy Spire for 1 turn blocking movement. That I could get some serious mileage out of. Especially during, like, the coming chapter here. Being able to limit enemy movement, like, you can't understate how much that does in these kinds of games. So that is definitely big. Let's see here. Scaling is that apply 5 severe block stats to self for 2 attacks received. Damage taken reduced by 4. Okay, interesting. And while it's active, I'm going to be gaining 5 power and 25 accuracy. He might not be half bad in the fray, considering when he's using mana stuff, he's getting a little bit of his HP back anyway. So this could play into that. I want to build people based off of like the stuff that they already have. Kind of have them specialize in that. It's not the worst idea. Or if I'm pulling like a tactical retreat and putting up a wall and then I get a little bit of health back afterwards. It's not a terrible plan. While the block is active. So I guess this just persists until they're consumed. Because it doesn't say for X amount of turns. So I assume until they're consumed, I can eat a couple attacks and reduce damage by a decent smidge. Is the case here. Mastery growth is 35% on that. Monk here. Attack supply 5 heavy weak stacks. I assume that's not going to affect the skill, though. For 2 attacks, damage reduced by 5. What? Oh, that's what the heavy weak is. If attack supply 5 heavy weak stacks. Wait a second. If that affected this to all enemies within 2 tiles, and then all of them are heavy weaked, that would be massive. Let's see here. So elevates user key state, raising advanced stats by 7 for 2 turns. Power accuracy, crit, true speed, dodge. Helps you stay in the fray and stuff like that. Send a bolt of energy at enemy within 3 tiles, so I can snipe a little bit there with a mana key blast and stuff. And a bit of damage. My options at the end of the day there are going to be Tempest here, it looks like. Gain 10 crit for every enemy within 2 tiles. Lasts for 2 attacks. Interesting. So that could be another good one if I'm in the fray and... Because... Well... I guess I could pop that. Then my allies clean up the enemies that are around. And then I use those 2 attacks somewhere later. Lasts for 2 attacks. I assume that's 2 attacks where, just in general, not 2 attacks where I successfully crit. I don't know about that. Apply +2 movement to adjacent allies for 2 turns. That could be pretty good. Adjacent allies for a turn. That could be pretty big if I need somebody to get somewhere. And really open up options. Damage of follow-up attack is increased by excess of true speed. So that is definitely what I would want if I was going like full speed. That has 65% speed growth. Gale has 50% speed growth, and that's the highest one out of all of them. So if I was going for that, like, I would definitely want to be going down Gale into that from the get-go if I wanted to do that. I don't know if I want that for him. Someone else can go down that line, is what I'm thinking here. Yeah, let's see here. So this one here, Stormkeeper. Call lightning up to 8 tiles away, dealing 55 damage in a 5-tile cross. 5-tile cross meaning like a X, a plus, or something, I wonder? That's a decent ways away. Overkill damage restores mana. Interesting. Reduce movement cost greatly in an 8-tile line for 1 turn. Okay. Like, really zoom if there's like a bunch of forts and stuff that I need to go across. The overkill damage restoring mana is interesting. You might want to be using mana more often where he uses mana, he heals himself. One could argue here. I'm going to crop a little bit more off the top there. Get rid of that blue line, a little bit more satisfying like that. The Godfrost here. Drop temperature, hardening your ice and gaining 18 defense and fortitude for 2 turns. Okay, takes a lot of mana. That would be a big increase. I don't know, like, what it would be at my kind of level, or at like level 25 when I get there. Freeze an enemy's blood, applying 1 light stun. So I assume like they can't move for a turn there. Using mana applies 2 light snare to enemies within 2 tiles. And he does have a skill that goes well with using mana. Debuffs, so snared. Unit movement is reduced equal to stacks for X turns. Light snared. Well, what does that mean then, light snared? How much does that stop it by? Yeah, anytime I use mana, it applies that, which could also affect everyone that I would have hit with my zippity zap ability that I have in the first place. So he could go down the frost line, potentially, is what he could do. There's like a hair or something here that I keep on seeing out of the corner of my eye, and I'm not grabbing. Meh. So like he snares them, limits their movement after he zippity zaps them in a circle and stuff. And as he's using mana, he heals himself a little bit. I don't know. Let's see here. Or there's Ascendant. Wait, what are they all? 1/1 physical, 1/2 magical on Stormkeeper. 1/1 physical, 1/1 physical. Attack with key energy in a 5-tile line, dealing 55 damage to any enemies. Okay. So if there's a whole bunch in a straight line, that'd be pretty good there. Divine Flow. Become impossible to hit for 8 attacks. I assume that's skills based on mastery and stuff. Elemental Fist, gain 25 dodge, accuracy, or crit, cycling with every attack. So it cycles around in that order, I assume? If it was just like a flat buff to everything, I would find it a lot more reliable, but cycling around, that is something, I guess. So if I'm healing mana with every hit, and I can do lightning in a circle around me, the thing that I might want at the end of the day is probably not that unless I went down the Gale line, which I don't necessarily need to do. Unless I wanted to go down like a dodge tank line, which would that support? Doing dodge tanky kind of stuff, having him be in the fray. Extra damage to weaken enemies. Wait a second. Extra damage to weaken enemies, and then, would that count as weakened there? The light snare? Though I guess I would be, it would only last for the 1 turn there anyway. So I need someone else to weaken anyway, so I don't know about that. I don't know about that there. Someone else weakening, and then cleaning up for him there. Yeah, I think someone else should go down the Gale Tempest line, and just get as much speed as possible, but I don't know that it should be him here. But yeah. Yeah, so I guess it... Would that not... Hold on, wait, what? Hello, the monkfish. Debuffs. Weak? Unit damage is reduced, so just for that one there is weakest, is weakness. So I would specifically need that anyway. For 2 attacks, damage reduced by 9. And then clean them up after. I don't know about that. I do kind of like the idea of being able to switch damage type as I like. I don't think that's a line I'm gonna have him down. I can have someone else go down that line and stuff. You already can like zippity zap around you and stuff. I don't know about stunning people while I'm healing them. You know, pretty decent heal, but not being able to act for a turn is a little yikes. Mana usage within 2 tiles increases crit by 6 until next crit. Potentially. This can go a far way. This can definitely go a long way. Plus 0% mastery. Why does it say plus 0% mastery? Is there a way to increase how much it scales by mastery sometime later? Or something? And yeah, blocking stuff here. More power and accuracy while block is active. I am kind of leaning towards the Fragilin thing here. Unless I can apply heavy weak with the one attack. Hold on, let's see here. System. Let's save into this slot because I've already done like some class changing stuff. Let's see here. If I go to map prep and let's see here. Let's have you here. And then I go into army. Here's a little bit of testing. Let's see. So class trees. Nope, for you, please. Attack supply 5 heavy weak stacks. Is that just for regular attacks or just anytime I'm dealing damage is what I want to know. So let's see here. I can load that save in a second. So he's monk now. So now he has nerve strike with his abilities. Attack supply 5 heavy weak stacks. And then I keep on trying to press escape here. Where'd he go? What? Oh, that's why he was grayed out before there. I gotcha. Here. I just want to see as an experiment. Do I get those debuffs there by doing, say, this? Did it put weak onto them? Doesn't look like it did. Lightly exhausted, toxic death cry. That would have been amazing if I could just apply heavy weak to, like, however many enemies surrounding me. That would have been so cool. But doesn't look like I can. What a shame. Here. Go ahead and load that. And then... Here, let's see here really quickly. Dang it. But for regular attacks it does, I presume. Let's see here. And even as a passive ability, it should affect this guy. So let's see. And then it applies. Yeah, heavily weakened. So it's off of regular attacks then. If only I could just spread it around. Imagine. Will be kind of cool. Alright, let's see here. So, boop boop. Yeah. Heavy weak. Probably is just basic attacks then rather than mana attacks. So I probably can't consider doing it with any of these things. So yeah, I will definitely get utility out of that. I mean, as you're using mana, you get some health back, so it's not a bad idea for you to be in a position where you're taking damage if I want to try and build off of that anyway. So yeah, probably not Tempest, I don't think. Overkill restores mana. Maybe, but like, lining up to 8 tiles away, dealing that in a tile cross. If I went with the Fragilin here, yeah, well, block is active, so I do want to be more in the fray sometimes. Or apply block onto myself. It just lasts for a while if I'm not eating damage, because I presume it doesn't go away. It'll just last until I get hit. Stormkeeper is a crit class. Yeah, seems like here. Wait, no, I'm gonna mix up with something else. Wait, how is it a crit class? Just with, like, its, growths? 45 HP, 70 might, 40 speed, 30 dexterity, 30 defense, 40 fortitude, 70 mastery, 35 luck. So if I have this, this gives me the ability to go into the fray sometimes where I want. I should open up a notepad and start writing the things I plan on doing with people. Let's see here. Notepad. Let's go ahead and save it as lightning at depths are built for crit. Okay. What, can I not save? Watch notepad crash on me. Oh, here we go. I'm going to save this into Dark Deity 2. So I'm going to do. It's happening again. I forgot. Oh, sad music. I'm figuring stuff out here. Planned classes. Let's see here. So for Arthur, I was going to go. Let's see here. Arthur, Scholar, Necromancer was my plan. No capital on the E. Necromancer. And then Riordan, I was going to go Tamer into Beastmaster. Yeah, Riordan. Riordan, Tamer, Beastmaster, I'm feeling. Also look at rings. I'll definitely have a look-see here. And then Arthur. Oh, alright, wrote down Arthur. Saxon here. I'm thinking for Jillian, Kindling Ring will be perfect for your Arthur. Is that something that I can make? Kindling Ring. Spending mana grants 1 power for this chapter. Ooh. I need 2 of those. Sapphires, it looks like. Oh, they cost so much. There's 1 power every time you spend mana. That's pretty nice. Yeah, ring crafting materials are expansive, it looks like. Those are rather costly. No dupes for rings? As in, like, there's just 1 of each. In that case. Let's see here. Whoops, dang it. Class trees. Because, yeah, if I went, like, Fragilin into Stormkeeper, then it's like I can go in the fray, I can give myself block, I'm using mana abilities and healing my HP over time and stuff. Let me respond to a thing really quickly here. 1 of each ring for save file. Okay, interesting. Wow. Respond to a thing. And then, yeah, while the block is active, which presumably it sticks around until, I mean, I can test it out here really quickly. Let's see here. And then load save. Here, let's see if this works like I think it does. Here, just test out really quickly. So you live for a little bit. You do this. Abilities. Go ahead and add 5 severe block stacks itself. Like that. And then... yeah, damage taken reduced by 5 for 3 attacks. And then if I ended phase... I don't know if power affects abilities. Here, this is purely testing. This is purely testing here. So others can die. Wow, the crit. Others can fall. Is what can happen. Wait, what? It is 1 unit falls after all? I thought I had a unit fall at one point and it wasn't a game over. And it says the conditions are just with Gwyn. Dang you. Dang you. I'm just trying to test here. Is all I'm trying to do. Dang it. Class trees. Try this. I just need to find out. I also forgot to update demonic mode lost conditions in the wording, I guess. Oh. Here, just survive a turn. Yeah. Settings. Combat animations off. Yeah, and just kind of, you know, eat some hits for a little while here. Take some guys out that are going to be a problem. Or something. Bear's Silent Veil? What does that do? Adjacent enemies cannot... Oh, just that. That's always set like that. Sure, then Benji does that. Maybe he'd be better off that way or something. He got gold from that. Oh, I guess that was a drop on the Dudo there. Sure, try it out, I guess. And everyone's just gonna be kind of pulling this way for now, I think. What's gonna be going on here? Sure. This is just for testing purposes. Yeah, you can be there. Here, go here. I want to test this ability here. 5 severe block stacks. Wait. I don't know. Something like this. I just want to see here really quickly. Nobody die, please. Nobody die, please. Okay, look, you're fine. So there's 5 heavy block stacks. Oh, yeah, reinforcements. I keep on thinking I'm gonna have control. I should do that, and then it should show player phase, instead of thinking I'm about to have control. Yeah, so I still have 5 stacks. It persists. I should have taken the thing off the screen. I'm now realizing, sorry. When I have the game in front of me, I don't realize these things. Here, so class trees. So if he went into this, where he gains power and accuracy while block is active, and then he went into Stormkeeper, where he could attack at range. So, i.e. he's not eating hits, so that's 1-1 physical, 1-1 physical, 1-1 physical. He could, in that case, be keeping the block stacks and be continuing to make use of the additional power while calling lightning. Up to 8 tiles away, however many tiles away with mastery, dealing that in a 5 tile across. Reduce movement cost greatly, so he can zip and zoom around. And by leveling up Fragilin a bit, he might be able to be in the fray a decent smidge. 65 defense, 25 fortitude. Whereas with Stormkeeper, it's 30 defense, 40% fortitude. So it would patch that up a little bit better. But like with higher defenses here, being like a more in the fray kind of unit, he can be in the fray or he can be in the back and kind of an all-rounder kind of thing. If he's in the back, he's getting buffs. If he's in the front, he can use his mana stuff and heal himself, I guess. His mana things are kind of expensive. But yeah, he can potentially Storm Ride or zip and zoom and stuff and get where he needs to be and do the lightning round like that and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I might be wanting to use my zippity zap around a decent bit anyway. Someone else can go do that. I'm not digging this. I do like limiting movement and being able to be a wall when need be, and the idea of I'm making use of that, and then I'm restoring my mana and able to use more of it as I'm overkilling from some of the buffs that I'm getting here. So I assume this 5 power, if I'm killing over that already, then that's gonna be like 5 additional mana that I'm getting back, potentially. That could be kind of cool, you know? The cycling thing is kind of weird. Using mana applies 2 light snared to enemies within 2 tiles. I do kind of like how that would play into the zippity zap thing that I'd already be doing around. Someone else could always go for Jilin into Stormkeeper for that one setup with the skills. And then he just focuses on stuff around him. Of using mana, getting little bits of HP back. While also limiting their movement, so they're going to be stuck around him and stuff. Just being super defensive. So, I mean, either Stormkeeper or Godfrost on him, I think is what's probably going to be better. Probably here. Might be the better suited thing. I don't know. I'm going to write down here for Saxon on my little notepad. I'm going to put him into Fragilin. And then later, I'm going to have him either in Stormkeeper or Godfrost, depending on what I'm feeling. Is what I think I will do. But sure, go ahead and be Fragilin. Here you go, man. There it be. Sounds good to me. Gwyn here. let's see. So on the thingamabob, let's see. Where do I see this? For, am I looking for Devoid, Nightblade? Where do I see those on the images sent to me here? Not that. Well, I don't need to zoom in. Runner and Devoid or Nightblade. Oops. Dang it. Where did I just put Discord? Here we go. Dang it. I'm full screen the thing. I have to click an X. I keep on trying to click outside the picture and I click off of Discord completely. Let's see here. Where is the, oh, here we go. Let's see here. So the final things on this are going to be, whoops, I opened it in the wrong window because I clicked onto that. Mostly devoted since it makes starting block proc chains easier. Starting block proc chains. I don't actually know what that means, I'm sorry to say. These are the options here. I can close the prior tabs. 3, 4. Let's see here. So, first of all, your things. Dark Deity 2 is here. Yeah, so if I kill an enemy, I get light block to reduce damage taken. So you want to go around killing enemies here and taking less damage on the next thing. So you are very much meant to be kind of in the fray, getting kills, eating some damage back and stuff. No wonder I've been taking so little damage with some attacks. So there's Devoted here. With Gwen's personal passive, her block Devote allows her to get block immediately for damage reduction. Apply 16 stacks of light block. Okay. For 1 attack received, damage taken reduced by 14. Okay. Let's see here. So this one is apply 14 stacks of heavy bleed to an enemy. Heavy bleed for 2 combats, take damage when combat ends. Take 12 damage. Plus 8 crit per status effect on target, up to 32. Interesting. They use axes 1-to-1 phys. 1-1 physical, 2-2 physical, with Seeker there. So yeah, if I kill an enemy, I get block. Or then I can I do this and then attack? I know that I can do blue ones and then attack. Yes, I can. Oh, so I could stack up even more light block and then receive very little damage on the following attack. This is what I could do. Interesting. Nightblade here. Apply poison. Only red abilities take your full turn. Okay, I gotcha. Heavy poison for 2 combats, all stats reduced by 2. Yeah. So that's the thing that you're in right now, is Nightblade. And then, yeah, increasing speed there. Based off of things, which could be handy. Dodge increased by 20 for 2 turns after using an ability. If I want to be, like, sort of dodge tanky and stuff. But, I mean, with the light block, I definitely don't mind taking damage. I guess since the block doesn't go away, I could, if I dodge things, just have that block saved up for a future attack. So that's not a bad thing, necessarily, if I'm dodging some things. Let's see here. Seeker. The Illuminate. Increases an ally's accuracy by a whole bunch for 2 turns if I'm worried about missing and stuff. Attacks apply 4 heavy vulnerable stacks for 2 attacks received. Damage taken increased by 4. Okay. So yeah, basically making them easier to damage and stuff. Enchant your weapon, making your next 3 attacks deal 7 additional damage. I mean, if I'm dealing additional damage, that makes it easier to kill and then get more light block. Technically. Seeker is a primer class? I don't know what that means. If I attack and don't kill, then I debuff you? I don't know. And Gallant here, the thing that Benji's currently in. Drop the banner to increase power for allies, and then the shove. Damage plus 5 against enemies above 50% HP. It means it's a primer class, inflicting debuffs and giving buffs. Okay. I mean, I do like having just a raw damage buff, and a lot of the enemies I'm going to be attacking are going to be at that anyway. But with my, like, skill that I already have, I might be trying to finish people off more so, and getting that block. So I don't know if that would necessarily work well with her. So yeah, Nightblade or Devote is probably the way to go here anyway. Gave my own Gwyn HP tonics and went Gallant. Has like 50 HP. So thick blocks. Devoted looks fun too. Interesting. I mean, Gallant, 50 defense, and 50 defense, 25 fortitude. So it absolutely go into like the physical tanky kind of thing. Not have too much speed. And then yeah, that would kind of help with being in the fray, assuming that there isn't magic attacks and stuff. Seeker here, 45 defense, not too bad for a archer kind of class here, honestly. Nightblade is gonna really suck in the defense because that's more dodge tanky kind of thing. So I probably don't want to damage that like that. Nightblade 30 defense, not terrible. I could go into something defensive later too. Let's see here. So let's say I went into Reaper, grant an ally a bunch of crit for a turn, teleport up to 7 tiles away. Interesting, so I can get to positions where I need to go to. Crits deal 100% additional damage against full health enemies. So I would definitely want to be getting crits there. And Devoted would help with that, considering if there's a bunch of status effects, then I can crit better. But it's just crits deal 100% additional damage against full health enemies. But I mean, if someone else debuffs first and then I attack, I don't know, and then go with like a crit build with her or something, it's an interesting idea. And then I get kills, I get block. Reaper has 35 defense, 40 speed. The speed's not half bad. Not the worst defense ever. And with constantly getting block, maybe it's kind of okay. I don't know. I don't know here. Let's see, we have Current. Hold on. So that's axes 1 physical, daggers 1 physical, bows 2 magical, swords 1 physical. Okay. So Current here, however that's pronounced. Apply 9 heavy vulnerable to up to 7 enemies in a 3x3 zone. Can I choose kind of where the 3x3 zone is? Is it just the tiles around me, I wonder? Gain 25 dodge while mana is below 35. Interesting. And then a bunch of damage to enemy within 5 tiles. Okay, so I can reach far with that then. It's definitely the case. Interesting. Elicent here, however that's pronounced. Allies within 3 tiles gain a bunch of accuracy for 2 turns, if I'm concerned about that, I guess. Mana full draw, attack from up to 8 tiles away. Yeah, that's better for someone that wants to stick around in the back. Or so. It seems like a fun class, but maybe not best for Gwyn. Attacks apply 25 heavy blind stacks. That's pretty cool. And then Champion here. 50 mana, cut them down. Attack dealing a percentage of damage to enemies adjacent to the target. Oh, interesting. And mana push forward. Attack dealing that percent of damage is healing to allies adjacent to the target. Interesting. True speed -4, power plus 25. Full draw is so good in max mode. I just sniped the final boss till it died. Yeah, that, I can see how that would definitely be handy there. But I don't think that it's the best for Gwyn here, since she actually wants to be a little bit more in the fray, I think. Considering, well, killing enemies grants light block. And I assume that that'll, just stack. Light block equal to 20% max HP, max 15. So I can have, 15 stacks of light block. Champion is about 1 big hit, seems like. Attack dealing 7 additional damage, stacking with different things here. Or plus 50% mastery. Go for a crazy crit thing or something? Grant an ally 23 crit for a turn, and I assume that I can, that one of the things on that skill is the ability to cast it on yourself, surely. Get a bunch of additional crit, and then crits deal additional damage. And then if someone else debuffs them first, then Gwyn and Valeria use the same class tree, yeah. And she can, do something else here. Yeah, I can self-cast. That could be pretty cool then. Increasing crit chance. And, just doing massive damage and stuff. And then I get a kill, and then I get light block and stuff. Or something, maybe. Maybe. It's an idea, if I want to go down that line. Yeah, so this is better for, like, dodge tank line. It has 60% speed growth, only 25% defense. With her getting light block and stuff, I mean, I could go down a dodge tanky line. I think I'd rather someone else be in that kind of role. There's options. I think I would like someone else to be in that, is what I would prefer here. Out of curiosity, your thingamabob is more power while at full HP. Yeah, you definitely want to be a dodge tank or my far-off sniper. Dodge increased by 20 for 2 turns after using an ability. You could just be a far-off sniper and then get more power because people are not going to be hitting you and stuff. Is what I could absolutely do. Sniper for Valeria because she can also heal. Oh yeah, that's her unique thing there. Is heal an ally. That's the one that she just comes with. Poison speed. Maybe she would want to be in a different class to start out then. Might just be the case, honestly. Like, I could reclass her into something else here later. Enchant your weapon, making your next 3 attacks deal 7 additional damage. And then she attacks from up to 8 tiles away. Or something here. And the attacks apply vulnerable stacks, so they're just going to be eating more damage. And she's going to be dealing extra damage by having full health. Is the thing. So, like, if it was additional dodge at full health, then I would go full in on the dodge tank kind of thing. And if you can get her doubling, which could I like that? The speed on Nightblade is 35%. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 35% on Seeker. It's 65% on Nightblade, so keep on leveling up in Nightblade for a while. Because that's the best one. 50%, 65%, 35, 40. And it looks like the growth on Elicent is 35%. Because the Brave effect is on some bows. Frosty Rune deals 60% of the damage, but doubles. Interesting. So she can keep on leveling up Nightblade for now for speed, but eventually go into Seeker. Just so that, she can attack without worrying about taking damage back. Whenever she hits somebody, she's going to be doing additional damage because she's at full health. She's going to be making them vulnerable, and she's going to be blinding them then. That sounds kinda cool. I kinda like that idea, but may as well stay in Nightblade for the speed growths for now. This is what may as well be the case. But yeah, anyway, Gwyn is not going to go into that. That is not going to be her. Yeah, do I want to go all in on, like, crit reaper kind of things is the question. Because, analyze all units before using the last coin? I can always buy more. What do you mean analyze all units? I've already, I've gone through you. I've gone through you and decide your thing. I've gone through you and decide your thing. I don't need a reclass here. She's level 4. I can't do a thing with her anyway. I may as well wait until the next chapter. Like, I can have a look at it out of curiosity, but I can't do anything with her right now anyway. I'm gonna have to do the next chapter, so I may as well just look at it after. I know that there's the photos, but, like, if I can't make any decisions right now anyway, then there's no real point, I figure. Like, may as well have a look at the next chapter and then decide is what I'm thinking here. And then I can go, like, buy a coin from the shop if I need to. Yeah, the self-cast crit. Am I going to be using this all that much? And the defense is going to be so low that my idea of having you in the fray is not going to be the best there. I want to be ideally killing because rather than leaving them alive because I want the stacks of the thing. Maybe that could be kind of nice. Increase power, shove. Move them away and make them a little bit vulnerable. I might just be going down the crit line. Help me get a bunch more kills and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to be a dodge tank or something here, you could always go into end current afterwards if you wanted to. Yeah, I'll go ahead and have Valeria in that, I think. Less speed, more power. I'd probably want to go Gallant into Champion if I wanted to do Champion at the end of the day. But I would probably do. Attack, dealing Percentage of damage to enemies adjacent to the target. Attack dealing, that is healing to allies adjacent to the target. The big damage is kind of nice. But yeah, no doubles. No doubles are going to be happening like that. So do I give up on doubles? I mean, your current growth, the speed growth rate on Devoted is 45%, and it's 40% on Reaper. Like, your speed wouldn't be the worst here. And then I do crazy crit things. I'm thinking either Devoted into Reaper or Gallons into Champion is what I'm kind of torn on right now. I would be able to teleport with her too. Is what I would be able to do. Whereas... More damage, more damage. How often would I be killing enemies above 50% HP if I'm not doubling? Or if they're doubling me or something? I don't know. If I had played through the game once before, then I would probably have a better idea of, like, Devoted or Gallant here. But it's a little bit difficult for me. I could always decide, like, after this chapter if she's okay as is. For now, I don't know. Per status effect on target. Additional crit. And then I could, like, really save scum things if I wanted to. With the whole battle saves. Until I finally kill, like, the foe that I need to. If I really want to be cheesy. And I say with these kinds of playthroughs, if I'm tackling the hardest difficulty, I want to be cheesy. Like, I will use every cheese in the book. And that is absolutely an instance of using every cheese in the book. Like, go at it until I get the crit. You know? This is what I could absolutely do. And then just do, like, big damage and stuff. Is a thing that I could definitely do. I do like the idea of tanking stuff. Kill an enemy, get some light block. I'll probably be eating a lot of attacks if I'm constantly taking. So if you're more of like a middle ground kind of character that can tank sometimes, but isn't her main thing, then it'll just keep you a little bit safer. Because I mean, this isn't like an end all be all, like, oh my god, this is going to help me so much while tanking. I'm kind of leaning towards this, honestly. Is what I'm thinking. Like, big damage stuff is nice. And the more big damage I do, the more chance I kill, and then I get light block and stuff. Leave it be for now. I'll try this chapter as is really quickly. Is what I think I'm going to do. Oh, I have bond conversations. Did I see these before? I don't remember. Give me a hand with this. Yeah. Can I skip? Combat animations on. Skip. Yeah. So these thingamabobs. The bond. Yep. Yeah. Okay. For the abilities, I do have a bunch of stuff here. So, like, let's see here. This one increases mastery scaling. That's probably going to help me more in the long run than damage by 4, I would imagine. Reduces the mana cost of the ability by 10. I don't need that at the end of the day. I like the lifesteal upgrade for Gwyn's personal, which is, yeah, and that would help her be in the fray a little bit better. Like, I get the kill, and then I get some health back, and I get some light block, and it puts me into a better position. That's not a bad idea. That's definitely not a bad idea at all. What is your mastery right now? So I mean, 40% of that is gonna be like 5-ish. Is what that's going to be. So if I went here, this should already increase it by like a bit more than this anyway. So I may as well do this for like my damage kind of thing. Is what I'm thinking. Just get more out of it. I mean, once I start snowballing, this isn't going to make as much of a difference. The range could be kind of nice for utility. Maybe I'll leave it be for now. Definitely don't need this at the end of the day. This is probably not going to do much at the end of the day. Yeah. For low growth runs. But I feel like ultimately this isn't going to make too much difference. But like this for damage, this for utility is probably the two that I would go with on this one. Honestly. Teleport an adjacent ally up to 5 tiles away. Self-casted. The range that the ability can target by 1. So I'd be able to go 1 more tile, which might help on the coming map anyway. If you were to teleport somebody. Maybe. Mana cost and mana raised by 50%. Increases mana mastery scaling by 30%. Grant more mana to allies. It also clears debuffs from targets. This might not be the worst idea. Does an adjacent ally, would that mean that it could target an ally 2 tiles away, or that it teleports them 6 tiles? This is very in-depth. It definitely is. I do wonder if that means an ally 2 tiles away, or can teleport them up to 6 tiles or something. I think it's the selection, so like target an ally 2 tiles away kind of thing. Yeah, the aura wave thing here is kind of nice. Also applies light poison stacks equal to 3. Wow. Increases weak stacks mastery scaling to 20%. Because teleport distance scales with mastery. Yeah, so that would make sense. So, hold on. Heavy weakness for 2 attacks, damage reduced by 10. Wait. Heavy weak stacks. It's not quite showing the full thing here, is it? Heavy weak, heavy vulnerable. There we go. Heavy vulnerable for 2 attacks received, damage increased by whatever it is. Heavy weakness for 2 attacks, damage reduced by that. So it like super weakens them. And then this would like super weaken them. Also applies light poison equal to 3. That reduces their... All stats reduced by 3. Wait, what is light poison then? Does it reduce their stats by like 2 or something? Or for 1 combat reduce them by 3? Or what exactly does it do? I wish that it kind of showed me here. Light poison does 1 or 2. Okay, I can look at this. All stats reduced the stacks for X combats. Man, doesn't really tell me the information I need to know here. But yeah, super debuffing them even more. I mean, I'm usually killing with the super debuff as is. Weak stacks mastery scaling. Would that weaken them even more there? I might just get this here. I don't really need to in this chapter, though. If someone gets super weakened, they die. Light poison is a -1 stat debuff. Okay. And 3 stacks, so 3 combats, I guess. They're probably alright dead as is, though. Self-casted. The range that the ability can target by 1. So, I mean, Alden could always run off and, teleport himself onto that tile to meditate for a little bit. That's what he could do. Yes, it's good for Warlock Alden. The poison stuff. I don't think it's going to change anything this coming chapter. But it does look like something that I would want ultimately. Yeah, sure, I'll do a thing. I'll do that in there. Your things here. The poison, reduce the mana cost. Mana cost and stacks raised by 100%. I don't need more stacks, I don't think. 2 plus mastery. All stats reduced by 3. I guess it's based on stacks there. Apply 3 heavy poison stacks to an enemy. I assume the stacks is like the all stats -3. So that would debuff them even more. Yeah. I kind of want to debuff them even more. There, now it's 4 heavy poison stacks onto an enemy. Is what it be. The duration of the ability, self-casted. I'll leave it at that for now. This might not be a bad idea. To be able to heal myself. Mana cost and damage. And then more damage, so there's more likelihood of it killing. Maybe those two. Like, more damage, more chance of it killing me, gain the light defense. Plus, more damage that I'm healing. Is not a bad idea, honestly. Could just go for more damage for now. Or something. Could Laura lost my sense of time during this? Yeah, I knew it was going to take a while going into it. Take a little while, it has. Let's see here. So your thing here. Mana cost and damage reduced by 50%. Yeah, I don't know if I want that. Reduces the mana cost, maybe. Increases maximum damage mastery scaling by 50%. Increase damage mastery scaling. Okay. Maximum 18 each. Maximum damage could be pretty nice if there's only like 2 enemies or something like that. Yeah. Stream for quite a long time compared to other streamers. Yeah, I go for a decent bit. With a lot of my streams. To storm rolls its damage. Well, like, if that's what you mean by, like, spreading them around here and stuff. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't think here. And just doing more damage in general. Hold on. Save here into that slot there. Out of curiosity, let's say I did this. Would that change the maximum there? Because I'm doing more damage now. 49, still maximum 18 each. But so it might be better to raise the maximum first and foremost. Is what might be the better thing. Load game. Let's see here. There he is. Abilities. I said there he is. The maximum might be better. By 50%, so it'd be 105% mastery. If I do that, maximum 23 each. Yeah. That's probably better here. Increase the duration of the ability by 1. Ooh, reduce the mana cost. Increase the range of the ability you can target by 1. Reduce the mana cost of the ability by 10. Yeah. Longer choke point. Yes, please. The severe block stacks itself for 2 attacks received. Reduce damage by 5. Reduces mana cost. Increase the number of stacks applied by 4. Okay. Reduce damage even more. Ability also clears debuffs from targets. That'd be yourself here. Maybe reduce damage to yourself even more. So, that's a raw number there. As opposed to, like, percentage mastery. I don't know here. Heal more. I'll put this game on my wish list, yes. You can heal and stuff. But I'm not at a point where I really need to increase the amount being healed anyway. I might be fine as is for now. Maybe. Or something. Reardon, I haven't had a look at you here yet. The Pet Wolf, mana cost and damage is raised by 50%. I'm not really going for the damage on that. More so the damage reduction. Damage mastery scaling. Yeah, that would work out. Reduces the mana cost of the ability by 10. I'd be able to use it more often. That would probably stack with, like, the reducing it by half. So it'd cost, like, 15 to use this. So I could just use it, like, basically every time. I could consider that later. Increase defense reduction by 5. That's pretty good, I think. Really weaken Dudos. Make them easy to kill with a physical attack after. I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. Call the Pride. Apply 21, yeah. To my allies and stuff here. Reducing mana cost could be pretty good. For 1 attack received, damage taken reduced by 21. That's massive already. 16 plus 70% mastery and 8 plus 35% mastery of what? 21 light block stacks. Spread equally, maximum of 10 each. Okay, I gotcha. Maximum of 10 each. Maybe I'll leave it be for now. This is the one for just raw damage. And then I can heal myself with that if I want. Get even more damage out of it. There's decisions. Maybe I'll just leave it as is for now. Here, let's see. Inventory. So I don't have anything better here, I don't believe. With the rings, is there anything that I would for sure want to craft? Heal an ally, grants them more might for a turn. Take 3 less damage and deal 3 more damage to magical enemies. Okay. Equalize hit rates with foes. That could be good if someone has like really low accuracy or something. Is what that could definitely be. Pet commands use 10 less mana. Oh. That could be really good on Rearden. That could actually be really good on him, especially when later he gets like the reduce it by half, and then he just like goes around spamming his comfort animals. Is what I could do. Speed and dexterity -2, defense and fortitude +4. Kills grant +1 power, stacking for the chapter. Okay. That's a neat one too. Could give that one to Arthur as well. Is what I could do. And have him really, really snowball. Have a 10% independent crit roll separate from regular critical. Okay. So every time I attack, there's an additional chance that I crit. Movement +1, that's good. That is good. Diplomat ring, defeating a foe grants +25% dodge for a turn. Mayhap. The user's defense and fortitude equalize. Meaning, like, it adds them and then it divides by 2? Does that mean? Or it just raises the lower one to be the same as the higher one? Because if it raises the lower one to be the same as the higher one, that'd be OP as heck. But I don't think it would work like that. Using mana heals a wearer for 10% of the value. Crit +10% while HP is full. Oh, give that to Valeria later. This is what I could do. Get some crits sometimes. In fact, I could even craft one right now. Never got to use all the rings. Defense and might swap. Reduce adjacent enemies' power by 4. That could be good for, like, tankier kind of allies and stuff. Direct damage abilities apply 30 light bind. So they just won't be able to hit back as well. And 10% independent dodge roll. Gain 40 dodge, but dodging attacks makes them deal half damage instead. Yeah. Water magic abilities gain 40% effect. I don't have any water magic abilities yet. Ending turn at the weight deals 20% max HP to adjacent enemies. Aqua Ring is really good. I'll keep an eye out for doing stuff with that once I get water abilities. Adds half of mastery to accuracy. Ice and water magic are affected by it. Okay, interesting. I don't think that there would be any 40% effect on like my ice wall on Saxon or anything. Ending turn at the rate grants +40 crit on next attack. I could definitely give that to Gwen later if I do go down the crit line. For like extra damage against those with full health. Wait a turn and then come in and Reaper them or something. Air Ring, mastery increased by 1 for every 10 current HP. Max 10. Interesting. Defensive fortitude +4 when below half HP. Gain 1 light block stack for every 5 mana spent. Interesting. Air Ring was once uncapped, but that was a bad choice. Huh. 1 light block stack for every 5 mana spent. That could be pretty good on Saxon. Wait. His current thingamabob. Let's see here. On Saxon. While block is active. So that could even be light block. Presumably. It doesn't necessarily have to be the heavy block. Right? If we unkept all stats awakening style, what could go wrong? Who knows? Oh, it leaves me where I was at. So I'd get block whenever I'm popping any ability at all, even. That could be pretty nice on him. I pop any ability and then I get some block stuff. And then I'm buffed too. Gain 5 mana after combat. Pretty neat. Ignore 1% of enemy resistance per mastery. Guardian Ring is the blue Tear Stone ring. Taking damage reflects heavy bleed equal to 8% of max HP. That could be good for a really tanky unit. If I did put Gwyn down like the one line there. This is both defense and fortitude, yeah. Adds 8% of max HP to advanced stats, caps at 100 HP. Advanced stats being whatever they were again. Doesn't say here. It says somewhere else. Interesting. I'm thinking maybe I make myself one of these, and I give it to Reardon, and he can spam a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm doing that. Here. Go. Okay, like that. The setup's a little bit weird. There. So now he, what was the advanced stat page? It doesn't say it here. What are you talking about? Oh, it says it at the top there. I was just looking at these and to see if it was labeled as advanced stats and stuff. Okay. So all like the stuff that's calculated at the bottom and stuff is what that is. Yeah, so that's labeled as 40 now when it was 50 before. So I can do a whole bunch of that and stuff. Like that was the way that was before, right? Hold on. Inventory. Oh, God. So if I do that, and then I go to here, and then abilities, yeah. 50, 70, 60? Let's see here. So 50, 70, 60. Okay, so that doesn't count there. It's just the command ones. That'll still be pretty good for him here. That'll still be pretty nice, I think. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, that. I could try it like this, is what I could well do. The other rings that I kind of wanted here. Let's see here. Yeah, that could be good sometime later. Maybe not right now. I mean, 40 crit is a lot. Yeah, that could be good on my current Saxon setup. That's not half bad there either. If I'd give Gwen this if I brought her down the tanky line, and I'd give her the critty thing if I brought her down the Reaper line. Here, let's go ahead and craft one of these. And then Saxon here can go ahead and gain block as he's spending mana. Upgrading them because they can't be upgraded when you promote them, but they'll keep any upgrades you've gotten, or am I completely wrong? Upgrading them because they can't be upgraded when you promote them. I don't understand the question, I'm sorry. I'm not entirely sure what the question is. Might have to rephrase. Yeah, I'll just leave the rings at that for now, I think. I can minimize the screen there. Yeah, making sure I have display capture 3 off. I can bring my stream manager back up here. That's what I can do. Okay, so let's see here. So with this kind of setup here, upgrading them now because after promoting them, you can't upgrade them with the upgrades you want. Upgrade what? Like I was in the screen selecting rings, which are accessories that I can equip. So I don't know what you mean by upgrading. If you upgrade them now and promote, you keep the upgrades. Are you talking about where the heck even? This stuff? Like, I'll keep this. If I upgrade in, like, if I change classes, then my stuff will be refunded there. It seems like, but, like, I'm not investing all my stuff yet, but I'm upgrading now just to, like, help me kind of in the long run and stuff. I have absolutely no idea what's happening in this game. I'll probably pause the music now. What I can do and unmute the game. Yeah, I'll keep the upgrades as I keep on going. As long as I don't reclass within the same thing here. Like, if I reclass here, then my abilities will change and then my stuff will be refunded, but otherwise I'm keeping the stuff and should just help me out long term. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what are the things that I want to invest in long term. It's kind of what I want to figure out right now. Okay, so